Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Di sini kita akan membuat sebuah hands-on bersama saya Novel Diva Fenarci. Nah, pada hands-on ini pada sebuah lab yang berjudul Guide Lab. Jadi labnya di guide, dituntun. Nah, yang berjudul Introduction Amazon Elastic File System atau Amazon AFS. Lab overview and objective. This lab introduce you to Amazon Elastic File System by using the AWS Management Console. After completing this lab, you should be able to log in to the AWS Management Console, create an Amazon AFS file system, log into an Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, Amazon EC2 instance that runs Amazon Linux, mount your file system to your EC2 instance, examine and monitor the performance of your file system. Duration, nah duration labnya itu ada 30 menit. Oh ya, kita start dulu labnya, jangan lupa. Di sini ada accessing di AWS Management Console. Nah, ini dia sedang running, sedang membuat. Kita skip aja ini ya. Bagian ini bagian untuk menjelaskan bagaimana cara untuk mengakses AWS Management Console. Nah, kita masuk ke task first task. Creating a security group to access your AFS file system. The security group that you associate with a mount target must allow inbound access for TCP on port 2049 for network file system NFS. This is the security group that you will now create, configure, and attach to your AFS mount target. Jadi kita akan membuat security group dulu, yang mana kita akan gunakan security ini untuk kita gunakan. At the top of AWS Management Console, in the search box, search for the choose EC2. In the navigation pane on the left, choose security group. Copy the security group ID of the AFS client security group to your text editor. The group ID should look similar to choose create security group, then configure security group names, AFS mount target, description, inbound NFS access from AFS client, VPC lab VPC. Under the inbound rules section, choose add rule, then configure. Type NFS source custom in the custom box, paste the security group ID that you copy to your text editor. Choose create security group. Sambil kita nunggu ini, kita baca aja dulu ya. Kita masuk ke task 2, creating an AFS file system. AFS file system can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances that run in different availability zones in the same region. This instance use mount target that are created in its availability zone to mount the file system by using standard NFS v4.1 schematic. You can mount the file system on instance in only one virtual private cloud at the time. Both the file system and the VPC must be in the same region. Okay. At the top of the AWS Management Console, in the search box, search for and choose AFS. Choose create file system. In the create file system window, choose customize. On step 1, uncheck enable automatic backup. Kita tunggu ya sampai ini jalan. Ini belum selesai. Choose create file system. In the create file system window, choose customize. Choose next for PCC. Select PCC. Detect the default security group from each availability zone. Mount target by choosing the X checkbox on each default security group. attach the AFS mount target security group to each availability zone mount target by choosing AFS mount target for each availability zone. Choose next on step 3, choose next on step 4. Review your configuration. Nah, ini sudah berhasil ya. Task 3, task 4, task 5. Oh, sampai 5 tasknya. Oke. Kita masuk ke first task. Kita masuk ke G. Nah, di sini kita suruh memilih AC2, lalu kita in the navigation pane of the lab choose security group. Kita sudah masuk. Kurasa sini ada dark ya. Nah, mantap. Kita masuk ke AC2. AC2 cari card. Kita pilih AC2. Oke, kita lanjut, kita pilih AC2. Sudah masuk. Kita dulu milih untuk security group. Kita cari security group. Kita cari yang copy this group di the AFS client security group to your AFS client. Kita cari, kita cek ID-nya. Nah, ini ID-nya ya. Nah, kita copy ID-nya. Kita copy ID-nya. Itu kita simpan di copy dulu. Nah, masukin. Nah, group to your text editor. Nah, kita minta copy ke text editornya. The group ID should look similar to. Nah, kita lihat ya, apakah sama. Nah, SG OF 8D92. Nah, ini kan beda ya, itu cuma contoh ini kan. Choose create security group then configure. Kita minta untuk create security group, lalu kita akan pilih security name-nya namanya AFS mount target, lalu description-nya inbound NFS access from AFS client. Kita copy description-nya, lalu PVC-nya lab PVC. Kita pilih lab PVC. Oke. Under the inbound rules section, choose add rule dan configure. Type-nya NFS. Kita cari tipenya itu NFS. Nah, ini tipe NFS. Lalu source-nya custom. In the custom box, paste the security group ID that you copy to your text editor. source-nya custom, lalu in the custom box paste the security groups dan custom box. Nah, ini dia client. In the custom box paste the security group that you copy to your text editor. Choose create security group. Inbound rules ya, bukan yang outbound. Oke, kita copy pasti. Save 3. Oke, optional, lalu kita minta create security group. Dan ini ada security group yang kita gunakan untuk mount target. Sukses berhasil. Lalu kita masuk ke task 2, create an AFS file system at the top of the AWS Management Console. In the search box, search for the and choose AFS. Kita cari AFS ya, AFS. Nah, ini AFS, Management File Storage. Kita masuk. Choose create file system. Ya, kita minta untuk choose create file system. Create file system. Nah, di sini ada muncul create file systemnya. In the create file system window, choose customize. Oh, customize. Kita pilih customize. On step 1, nah kita kan masih ada di step 1 ya. Uncheck enable automatic backup. Uncheck enable automatic backup. Lifecycle management for transition into IA, select none. Lifecycle management for AI, none. Nah, itunya none. Transition into AI itu kita pilih none. In the text optional, in the text optional section, configure key name, key-nya name, value my first file system in text. Di F optional, key-nya adalah key-nya apa? Key-nya itu name. Key-nya itu name, lalu value-nya my first. First file system. Choose next. choose snack. Nah, kita screenshot dulu sistemnya, save encryption, performance setting, text option ya. Kita masuk ke text option, lalu kita masuk ke sini, choose next, tes. Oke, masih nge-record. Nah, di choose next for PPC, select lab PPC. Nah, ini ya. Detach the default security group from the each availability zone. Mount target by choosing the X checkbox on the each default security group. By choosing X checkbox on the each default security group. Oh, kita suruh ini ya. Nah, dah. Attach the AFS mount target security group to its availability zone. Mount target by choosing AFS mount target for its availability zone. Choose AFS mount target. AFS mount target. Nah, choose next. Oke, kita copy lagi, kita screenshot, kita save, lalu kita next. On step 3 choose next. Oke, ini step 3 ya. Kita dipilih untuk next saja langsung. Kita pilih next langsung. Selanjutnya step 4. Review your configuration, choose create. Congratulations, you have created a new AFS file system in your lab PPC and mount target in each lab PPC subnet. In a few seconds, the file system state of the file system will change to available, followed by the mount target to until 3 minutes later. Process to the next step after the mount target state. For each mount target change to available, choose the screen refresh button after 2 until 3 minutes to check progress. Oke. PPC, my name, security group. Oke, ini kita minta di review. Kita masuk ke create. Diagnose with Amazon Q. Kok dia muncul pesan nggak punya authorize? Tunggu sebentar, kita cek dulu. Di sini sudah ada enable ya. File system state-nya available. File system state. Nah iya, udah available. Proceed to the next step after the mount target state. For each mount target, change to available. Choose the screen reverse button. Oke. Oke, coba kita lanjut dulu ya. Siapa tahu ada masalah, mungkin kita ulang. Kalau kita cek apa masalahnya atau bagaimana. Task 3, connect to your EC2 instance. In this task, you will connect to your EC2 instance by using AWS System Manager Session Manager sign in URL. To connect to EC2 instance, from the top of this page, choose iOS detail and copy the value of instantiation URL. Copy. Process paste it into the new browser tab or window to connect to EC2 instance using AWS System Manager Session Manager. You should now be connected to the instance. Oke, kita connect. Di sini ada, kita di sini udah connect. Kita lanjut task 4. Task 4, create a new directory and mounting the AFS file system. Amazon AFS support the NFS 4.1 and NFS 4.0 protocol when it mounts your file system on EC2 instance. Though NFS 4.0 is support, we recommend that you use NFS v4.1 when you mount your AFS file system on your EC2 instance. You must also use NFS kalian that support your choose NFS v4 protocol. The EC2 instance that was launched as a part of this lab include an NFS v4.1 client with it's already installed on it. In your EC2 terminal session, run the following command to install the required utility. Sudo su min l EC2 user. Sudo su min l EC2 min user. EC2 user. Sudo su min l EC2 user. Oke, kita enter. Kita geser dulu. Sudo yum install. Sudo yum install min e. Ini Amazon AFS. Amazon AFS utils. Nah, kita skip lagi. Enter. Oke. Nah, ini dia hasilnya. Tip to paste into the terminal. To paste into the terminal in the browser, place your cursor just to the right of the command prompt and right click to see the paste option. Okay. Run the following command to create directory of mount sudo mkdir fs. At the top of the event menu console, in the search box, search for the choose fs. Oh, ini dia, kita paste ini hasilnya dari kita save 16. Run the following command to create directory for mount. Sudo mkdir efs. Oh, kita suruh buat directory ya, efs. Nah, dah. Ini kita buat directory untuk melakukan mount. Choose my first file system. Maksudnya gimana ini? Choose my first file system. Maksudnya balik lagi. In the Amazon AFS console on the top right corner page, choose attach to open Amazon EC2 mount instruction. Choose in the Amazon AFS console. Terminal session manajemen konsol. Nah, ini awas manajemen konsol. Oh, kita suruh nyari EFS lagi. Sorry. Kita suruh mencari EFS lagi. Iya, kita masih di sini. Choose my first EFS file. Kita pilih. In the Amazon AFS console on the top right corner of the page, choose attach. Top right corner attach. Di mana ini maksudnya? Oh, ini. Nah, ini attach. Maksudnya ini toh. Apakah ini nggak bisa kelihatan ya kalau putih? Oh iya, kayaknya harus putih aja deh ya. Sudahlah, putih aja lah ya. 18. Kita suruh milih attach to open the Amazon EC2 mount instruction. Kita pilih attach. Oke. In your EC2 terminal session, copy and run the entire command in the using the current section. Using the NFS client. Oh, ini. Kita copy using the NFS section in your EC2 terminal session, copy and run the enter command. Command use the default Linux mount option. Get full summary of the available and use this space used by entering. Oh, berarti kita di sini kita copy semua, paste. Nah, kita enter. Oke. Kodenya yang telah kita pakai. Get a full summary of the available and use this space usage by entering sudo df min ht. Sudo df min ht. Sudo df min ht. Nah, ini dia file sistemnya. ada tipenya, ada size-nya, ada use-nya, ada available, use, mount on. Nah, ini ada tipenya, file sistemnya, FS use as. Nah, kita satu pencet. Selanjutnya, notice the type and the size of your mount FS file system similar to the following. E kosong home etc user FS. Nah ya sama ya. Ini yang perlu di notice. Nah, task 5, examining the performance behavior of your new FS file system. Examining the performance by using flexible I/O. Flexible I/O (FIO) is a synthetic I/O benchmarking utility for Linux. It is used to benchmark and test Linux I/O subsystem. During boot, FIO was automatically installed on your EC2 instance. Examine the right performance characteristic of your file system by entering. Kita copy aja nih copy. The FIO command will take a few minutes to complete. The output should look like the example in the following screenshot. Make sure that you examine the output of your FIO command, especially the summary status information for display test. Oke. Nah, copy. Sini kita pastekan lagi. Kita enter. Oh ya, jadi kita butuh beberapa menit ya untuk jalan. Kita tunggu sambil kita cek lagi ya. Monitoring performance by using Amazon CloudWatch. Monitoring performance by using Amazon CloudWatch. At the top of the AWS Management Console, in the search box, search for the and choose CloudWatch. Wah. Kita tunggu ya. Ini apa yang sedang berjalan? 60%, 70, 71. Nah, kita tunggu sampai kemungkinan 100%. K 84 5 8 9 10. Oke, ini dia hasilnya. Sabar, kita lihat ya hasilnya, nanti kita baca ulang lagi. Di sini ada wah, apa nih? Latensi, target window, percentil, depth. Oke, coba kita lanjut dulu ya. Selanjutnya kita akan memonitoring performanya by using Amazon CloudWatch. At the top of the AWS Management Console, in the search box, search for and choose CloudWatch. Nah, kita disuruh pilih CloudWatch. Nah, ini CloudWatch. Kita save. 3. Kita masuk CloudWatch. Nah, di CloudWatch, in the navigation pane of the left, choose all metric. Masih ada all metric. In the all metric step, choose EFS. sudah minta FIFS, kita masuk ke EFS, choose file system metric. File system metric 5, file system metric, lalu select the row that has the permitted throughput metric name. You might need to wait 2 until 3 minutes and refresh screen several times before all available metric, including permitted throughput, calculate and populate. On the graph, if you do not see the line graph, adjust the time range of the graph down to 1 hour to display the period during which you run the view command. Oh, ini ya. Ini cari yang oh ini ya, di sini ada metriknya, ada grafik, ada grafnya. Kita pilih ini. Coba selanjutnya apa? Note the peak throughput value on the y-axis by second in the line graph. The value should be around 3G. Oh iya, I see. Selanjutnya, the throughput of Amazon AFS scale as the file system grow. File-based workload are typically speaky. They drive high level of throughput for short period of time and low level of throughput the rest of the time. Because of this behavior, Amazon AFS is designed to burst to high throughput level of period of time. In the automatic thread, uncheck the box permitted throughput. Kita diminta untuk uncheck. Kita minta uncheck. Oke. Select the checkbox of data read by OB system. Data write. Oh ini. If you do not see data write or byte in the list of metric, use file system metric search to find it. File system metric. Maksudnya gimana nih? Choose the graph metric tab on the statistic column. Data. If you do not see data in the list metric, use the file system metric search to find it. File system metric. Mana file system metric? File system metric. File system metric itu mana? File system metric. File system metric. Di mana ini? Coba sabar, kita cek dulu. Tunggu sebentar. kita cari.
Woi, saya Jawa, woi. Apa anak-anak?
Tuh. The map. Kita cek dulu ini di mana kalau dia nggak ada ini. Oh, ini kalau sistem metrik ya.
Udah bisa ngomong lagi.
Oke, kita lanjutnya. Just the graphed metric tab. Okay. On the statistic column, select zoom. Zoom. On the period column, select 1 minute. Note the peak value, which is around 7.6 G. Take its number in byte and divided it by the duration in second. The result give you the right throughput B/S of your file system during your test. Nah, kita cek. Oke, ini grafnya coba kita submit grafnya. Yes, apa yang terjadi? Kita lihat submission reportnya. Oke, sudah 15/15. Nah, mungkin conclusionnya di sini. Congratulations, you now have successfully done the following: log into the AWS Management Console, create an Amazon AFS file system, log into an Amazon Elastic Compute instance that runs Amazon Linux, mount your file system to your EC2 instance, examine and monitor the performance of your file system. Congratulations, you have completed lab. Ended AWS lab successfully. Nah, kita end. Yes. Oke, ended was lab successfully. Oke, mungkin cukup sekian. Hands on dari saya akhiri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.